Good evening. You ever notice how the people in charge keep telling you to go back to sleep, but the world keeps giving you reasons to stay up late? Stay up late because the grocery bill just doubled again, but somehow the economy is strong. Stay up late because your electric bill in New York looks like a car payment, and they're still telling you the solution is to plug more things into the grid. Stay up late because AI is writing resumes, driving trucks, diagnosing illnesses, and replacing entry-level jobs faster than kids can graduate high school. Stay up late because another $1 billion just went overseas, while veterans are still sleeping under bridges right here at home. Stay up late because every time you turn on the news, it's another once-in-a-lifetime crisis happening for the 5th time this decade. We've got drones flying over conflict zones, cyber attacks hitting hospitals and infrastructure, supply chains one bad headline away from snapping again, and political systems that can't agree on what day of the week it is, let alone how to fix any of it. And here in New York, where guys like me, just trying to run a business or keep the lights on at home, we're watching policy decisions made in Albany drive up the cost of everything from fuel to food to electricity, while they call it progress. They say, don't worry, trust the process. Everything's under control. But if everything is under control, why does it feel like we're living one delayed 911 response away from without rule of law? Why does it feel like every system we depend on is stretched just a little thinner than it was last year? That's why we stay up late. Because preparedness doesn't happen at noon. It happens at 2 a.m. when you're staring at the ceiling, wondering if something breaks tomorrow, how long before somebody comes to fix it? And the honest answer might be longer than you think. So tonight, we're going to talk about why more Americans are staying up late, why the doomsday clock keeps ticking forward, and why the gap between normal life and without rule of law might just be one bad Wednesday away. Welcome back to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Livingston man, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Hey Alexa, you know what day it is? It's We All Gonna Die!
Tired of staying up late. What about y'all? Eric, N1RV, Scott Hummer, Teresa Buchanan, the Virginia Bushcrafter, Charlie, Alpha Tango. Let's see who else is in here. Bad Blobber, CUCV Farmer, Blackbird, K. Paul, Scott Hummer, Ohio Valley Prepping. Good to see you. James, good evening. Yardbirds in the house. Yankee Watchdog, Brooklyn Girl, Maggie, good to see you. Rhonda, good evening. Tucked by V1. Did it break it?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Got it.
Oh, here, I got to put my ears on. Put my ears on. That's there. I can hear myself. It's odd, but better. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Moderators in the house. Grit and Grace, thank you so much for being here, sister. Really appreciate you. Rob B, thank you. Eric, N1RV, thank you for being here, my friend. MS, Gulf Coast Cajun Prepper. Great to see you, my friend. Hope all is well. Yeah, tonight, I figured we'd talk about the things that keep us up late. You came up with the title, And you told me what the title was, and I was like, okay, all right, I can
coming for you.
I can. Livingston Man likes things to rhyme.
Lock the door. 5, 6, better crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late.
Oh, he's on the Freddy Krueger stuff.
10, never sleep.
Not my thing.
I explained to I as an AI myself, I explained to you my thought process. I told you, I was like, so I like, first I went for something that rhymed with 8, and then my mind immediately went to the Freddy Krueger nursery rhyme, and I was like, stay up late. Yeah.
Here we are. Here we are.
But I feel I like
fitting,
bro, because I be like this. It's you lie to yourself, but or I'm very happy for you that this didn't happen, but that you like be laying awake at night and straight up just worrying, like frittering your worries away. You know what I mean? Like just like, oh my god, like plotting your way, like figuring out your hustle so you can get it through. Man, I gotta do this, and I gotta pay that, and I gotta pay that, and I gotta do this, and it's like, oh. And you're just like, oh, and you sit there and you worry.
The grind, bro, the grind.
You worry.
Grind is what's going to get you on a Wednesday. Tell you what.
And you know what? Worrying, the word worry, I'm going to say, is a negative way of saying mentally preparing. And instead of calling it worry, let's call it mentally preparing. Of course, you got to like think things through, and it's what's your mindset instead of worrying about it. You're not worrying. You're planning. You're plotting. You got 2 steps ahead of these motherfuckers.
I guess it's all on how you look at it, right? It's all on how you look at it. Donald Huth says, I stay up late every night around 11 or 12 a.m. over the high bills, Mike and the Livingston Man. Donald, it's crazy.
I've lost sleep over like the internet bill before. It's a fucking $100, but it's been like, oh man, you know, stressing. You don't want to be that dirtbag that can't afford the bills, bro. You know, and you got to work for it.
Listen, there's a lot of employers who are still living in 2017, right? There's a lot of employers who are still living in 2017 and think you can make 2017 money.
1917, you said?
Well, 2017 and still, you know, pay the bills today. And if you got a family, forget about it, man. Forget about it. If you don't have a side hustle at that juncture, you're in fucking trouble, right? You better be slinging dime bags or something, bro. Whatever, to each their own.
It's your side hustle, man. It's called entrepreneurship.
I ain't judging anybody, for real. I mow some lawns, do some yard work for some folks on the side. Whatever it is you can do, man. Hustle your ass off if you can physically do it, and get what you can now, because let's face it, you know, the economy is a reason to stay up late. Your dollar goes nowhere anymore, right?
As first worlders, I think is the proper term. First world problems is the fact that you're kept awake late at night by the fact that, like, if you, because what happens is you wake up in the morning and some whole bullshit is happening. So you're kind of like, if I just don't go to sleep.
No bullshit will happen.
No bullshit will happen, because it's like, oh, you wake up, you're like, oh, yeah, here goes some whole thing that everyone either loves or hates again. Another, whoa, wouldn't you know it? I woke up on a Wednesday and more unprecedented events.
Let's recap in the last 7 days.
We had 7 days.
Well, it's been
Holy
seven days
Wasn't
since the last
Bowl like a
time
week ago?
we met with everybody here. Dan H says it's time to start selling those feet pics on the internet, and I saw Camo Carl say it. I may have to make an OnlyFans page. Listen, I ain't mad at you. Hustle, do your thing, boy. Do your thing, girl.
Sex work is real work.
Live your life. Live your life.
I see y'all coming over to the left. I see you.
I'm not judging anybody. Right. That is not my job. You live your life. You get your money how you get your money. You do your thing.
Ass, you sell it.
That's part of the mind your own business.
Or feet.
You mind your own business thing, right? Ain't none of my business. Live your life. But yeah, man, times are tough. I hope you have a side gig. I hope you have a way to, get some more, do some more, be able to provide better for yourself and your family, because shit's crazy. Shit's crazy, and unprecedented things in the last 7 days. Let's talk about the largest military airlift in 30 years. The largest movement of military troops and equipment and boats and aircraft in 30 years. Do you think it's just posturing? Livingston, man.
Well, and I assume that in the last 30 years is probably, let's see, you got to be talking about like the lead up to like the Iraq War 2, the sequel. That was a full scale invasion level movement of fleet and assets.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I do believe it could be posturing. There's a term for it. It's called gunboat diplomacy. Like, sign the fucking papers, Martin, and you fucking, to get Shorty reference, look it up. Great movie. But yeah, it's basically like you're not giving them a choice in the matter. You're telling them to sign the papers and listen. So we'll turn our stuff around, or we'll turn it at you. And here we are. Also, I think it's a message to Europe that they want to break away and act independent of American interests and power, and that's the big thing. I've mockingly asserted that NATO is 300,000 American troops and like 15 dudes from Poland and a couple of German guys.
Fair.
So when you just show up, it's like, look what we just like all rolled up in your Grand Theft Auto session with the hardware, son. What up? Oh, you was talking about leaving. You don't want to be a part of this? Oh, I'm sorry. We revving our chrome ass engines up in their ass. Like, remember when we let you guys play with this shit? You want to let this all go away? It could be the tired 4D chess argument. More likely is brinkmanship is another word that comes to mind. Is simply like keep punching high and shoot for the stars, and at least you'll hit the moon or whatever. How the story goes.
Yeah.
We hope.
I'll shoot for the moon, you land amongst the stars. Yeah.
What I meant to say.
I got you.
What I guess I would hope, and that's about what I got here. I got nothing on this. Is that I hope I don't wake up tomorrow morning. We like at war with the Iranians. I'm like, oh god damn it, not again. In this day and age, you lay awake worrying at night that could be the case. It's a plausible scenario. Anything is on the table these days, and you got to be like laying in bed at night like, fuck.
So
we got to laugh at it. It's all you can do. Like, fuck yeah.
There's a lot of chatter right now. A lot of chatter right now. There's a lot of buildup. The last time we saw this kind of buildup near another nation was Russia cozying up to the Ukraine before they invaded, right?
It's a military exercise,
so I don't know if this thing is going to be a kind of boots on the ground type thing, but I implore all of you to please get at least have a little bit of cash on hand in case the electronic banking system doesn't work and you still need something, right? Iran is an extremely capable group of hackers. Okay, they have taken down parts of the U.S. banking system in the past, and I believe if something like this happens again, they're going to try tenfold to inflict as much damage on America as possible here on the homeland. And I don't think it would take much more than cell phone outages, internet outages, and banking outages to really start the crumbling of the facade that is our everyday life here, right? I think the plug can be pulled on that pretty quick. So, and shout out to the 10 people that just popped in and left. That was cool. That was really weird.
I saw that.
Yeah, really weird. But thanks for stopping by. I guess, I don't know. Lo siento. I don't know where it goes from here, Livingston, man.
That's the fun part, Mike. It's why you stay up late.
Bro, it grinds my gears to think that we're going to go headfirst into another war. And listen, I've been saying for a long time that the rest of the world is preparing for World War III. You should be too, right? I really hope people kind of heeded that warning and stuck to it because, man, shit is not looking good. I don't think strikes on Iran this time would go quite the way we think they would. I think there may be a bit more blowback, kinetically, cyber-wise, all that. I think that is coming.
How come there isn't already?
So there is discussion right now about Iran doing some preemptive strikes, just to you got enough is enough, and
because these
popping
are
off on
these are
people.
anonymous attacks. Like these can be pulled off by what can be described as non-state actors, but like they are, but it's not. But how come there's always? I'm certain there is constant probes of the United States' so-called internet infrastructure all day long by everybody.
Bro. Oh yeah, no, there's cyber attacks going on all day, every day.
So
it's when they're state sponsored and they put the full weight of the state and their cyber units to work. That's when the bad stuff. That's like the best of the best wherever they are in the world. Whoever can snatch up these people gets them.
I have to ask though, if an adversary is like alleged to have such capabilities, why haven't they just preemptively struck already?
So
the
Iran,
terrorist,
once upon a time,
suicidal regime that I'm supposed to believe they are, that has nothing to lose and will bring down America at all costs. Why don't they just do it? They don't have the capability, and this is where the argument can start to turn murky. Iran has always kind of bent over. Donald Trump called him up and was like, yo, we're striking your nuclear shit. They're like, please be gentle. He's like, I'll see. Blah, blew up his shit. They were like, sorry, we'll do better next time. Like utter fealty. And like for all this villainy that Iran is accused of, yes, they pulling off some clandestine.
they're
funding. They're doing proxy stuff.
Yeah, they have their guys on the outside doing dirty work for them for sure.
And they fund proxy, movements, and they are
Hamas,
interested in regime change, and they fund certain guerrilla groups to have a certain political agenda. And I ask you, as an honest person who has a brain in your head, who else does that?
I could think of a couple people. What a way. Good to see you. Good evening. James, good to see you. Gypsy, thank you for stopping in. Howard, good to see you. David Workman says, but China and Russia is helping Iran with weapons. 100%. Paul Conroy, good to see you.
We're helping Israel and Ukraine with weapons. Pick one, I guess.
Yeah, man, we're flooding the world with guns. Meanwhile, trying to restrict the civilian at home's right to own guns, right?
I mean, let's not get too political here, but Mike was talking about. Did you even get to your thing about the electricity?
No, I haven't. I haven't. Well, no, I've been putting a lot of work into it.
I almost spoke on it like you had talked, like you had told them about it first.
No, well, I kind of alluded to it in the intro.
Mike has.
But I've been working on a project here about New York State and their super high electric bills. I've been doing a lot of research and stuff, and there's a video coming out real soon that has a lot to do about that. So if you're from New York, if you live in New York, if you got family in New York, it'll be one that you can share with the family. And no politics, just facts, and where your money's actually going when you pay that electric bill.
To that point, and just as a taxpayer, when you talk about the largest military, movement in 30 years,
I wonder how much that cost.
And you start to wonder, like, how many like medical bills could have, how many Section 8 housings could have been, like, how much social welfare, how much making our lives, remember the people that pay for all this at the end of the day.
Are you and me?
What if that made your life better instead of like we simply burned up tons and tons of fossil fuel and moved significant amounts of our sons and daughters overseas to be put in mortal danger, quite literally. But instead, it's radical to think that maybe instead, like, we should go to higher education for free. Or that, like, when you're sick, like, you should just be able to see a doctor. People consider that revolutionary, but they are gladly sending our sons, daughters, fathers, mothers, and everyone in between off to war. And what is it good for? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Who wants to die? Nobody, huh? No one in the chat for that one, huh?
No takers.
Right.
No.
And that's the only thing that war is good for, except for the ones who make all the money off it.
Rhonda says they don't need to fire on us with missiles. All they have to do is push the button that takes us offline.
They would have done it already. If I had a button that would shut off the United States, I would have hit that shit.
Listen, Iran has been experiencing intermittent internet blackouts, right? It's been happening over there all the time. They're not sure who's monkeying with the grid, but I'm sure there's a fifth column inside of Iran right now of people who, obviously, they had huge protests and uprisings, and the military went in and did supposedly heinous things to people, shooting civilians in the streets. Supposedly, right? Internet blackouts, right? Intermittent internet. Internet's up, internet's down. It's a death penalty to be caught with a Starlink in Iran, right? These are the things that they're saying about Iran. And I hate to say that we've heard all this before from the U.S. government. More weapons of mass destruction, bro. We've heard it all before. We've seen regimes toppled for less.
You know why Elon Musk acts the way he does? Because like Starlink is like GoldenEye times like a million. Like this man was somehow allowed to like be in control of the infrastructure that has surrounded the Earth with what is known as a constellation of satellites.
Yeah, literally a constellation. You can watch the thing fly over. It's fucking crazy.
If that is not at least grounds for you to perhaps question his James Bond villain arc. Because, you know, with that level of power comes a certain level of responsibility, I think. And then when you got, like, all this shit going on, they spying the fuck on us, bro. They
on
spying.
everything. Yeah.
They done been spying. The shit that they're letting you know they're spying on you now, that shit is...
way in the past.
Bruh,
Way in the past.
they already know what you said. That permanent record, them teachers warned you about. They kept saying it. They were winking at you like you're a permanent record. They knew what was coming. They were trying to warn you.
I've been grinding hard on the off-grid comms, Livingston, man.
You think those are off grid? That's a false flag, brother.
Yeah, it could be.
They want to narrow down who's the extremist. Oh, these
Could be.
motherfuckers.
You know what really concerns me is the pager incidents that happened in some places. Things like that honestly concern me because you order these things and sometimes they take a very long time to show up for no apparent reason.
If Big Brother's watching us right now, I would
always.
urge him to hit the like and share button and also comment and subscribe.
So FYI for everybody out there, did you know that all social media and YouTube and all things of the like are monitored by New York State Cyber Division 24/7, 365, looking for extremists and extremist views, right? And I don't know who works the switchboards, who does the things. It's probably a bunch of AI bots that flag things and put them up. Or it's legit people watching, taking what you said in or out of context, right? And making things what they are. But even video game chats are monitored in New York State. If you're in that that magical force field that shapes itself into the state of New York.
So that overlaps too, because video game servers themselves do it, and then your IP of provider is doing it. And there's multiple levels.
That's crazy.
And yeah, at the end of the day, like, boy, you do hear some crazy shit in that game chat. Wow.
Well, you're playing Grand Theft
How
Auto.
How old are you, kid? You said what?
it's crazy.
Problem with these kids.
Meanwhile, you have what's her name? Sarah Adams was back on the Sean Ryan show. Apparently, she has her own podcast now. She's 100,000 subscribers in a week. Livingston, man.
I don't know who either of the people you might as well just talked about Kardashians to me. I don't know what that is. Who?
Podcasters on YouTube. Sean Ryan show. He's former Navy SEAL, host of podcasts. Did the podcast with Sarah Adams about the terrorist threat to the U.S., the sleeper cells, the whole 9 yards. Well, she's back in talking about it, and that nothing has changed.
She sounds unpleasant.
Yeah. Oh, Eric, you're so right with the Ring cameras, the Alexas, the smart homes. It is all 1984 stuff, 100%, bro. 100%.
If you read that book. Here,
It's an instruction manual for the governments on how to control everybody.
or conversely, it is a clandestine revolutionary book for you, the citizen, to understand what they are doing. Because I can't make this more clear. It speaks for itself. Someone, something, whatever whatever you want to call it, is using it as an instruction manual, and I don't consider it. They're considering it an instruction manual. I am choosing to consider it as a warning and an instruction manual in its own right in how to.
The roaming prepper. Thank you so much, my brother.
You cannot
Appreciate you, Pete.
You cannot oppose or replace a system that you don't understand.
Very true. Very true. The layers of government.
I feel like we're in 2012 again, and this is the thing I have called history is a shitty reboot. Every time they just play the same, they remastered the bullshit game that sucked in the first place. They're like, hey, we put ray tracing on it though this time. It's got better graphics, Rook. And you fucking buy it. You pre-order the shit. It comes out all bugged and pissed off and fucked up. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna patch it. We're gonna fix it, Rook. And then, but then again, it's just the same fucking narrative every time we go. Satanic pedophiles. We're back here again. What year is it? 2026? 10 years? We're bringing that shit back.
Hey, we're still in the roaring 20s, all right? So
everything is like this shitty reboot of them just like feed us this cycle of outrageous bullshit that keeps us on this rage cycle where we that 5 minutes hate that Orwell talked about, Rook, and we never focus our true efforts on anything meaningful because we're always kept fucking punch drunk by this assault of this digital bullshit that you didn't ask for and wished it wouldn't happen, but they force it down your throat, Rook. The AI is in the toaster, Rook.
You can turn it off.
The AI is in the toaster, Rook.
The flaming 20s.
You can't turn it off. It's baked in, Rook. You won't even own a computer in 2030, Rook. You will access cloud computers for a fee, Rook. Mark my words. We're cooked.
That was a good one. Scott Hummer, thank you so much, brother. Really appreciate it. We're definitely headed towards a precipice, right? Especially with the AI stuff. Elon Musk says we're not going to have universal basic income. We're going to have universal high income because the robots are going to do the heavy lifting and there's no more pay for the robots. So the monies raised would go to the people, right? It sounds very.
I bet it will.
Very communism, but that's just me. Machines do all the work, and you make the music. Livingston, me.
Fuck
you make
him.
The art.
He already has all the money. He could pay everybody right now, but we gotta wait for the robots to enslave us. Who the fuck is gonna work on the robots? More robots?
Well, who's gonna buy anything when there's no income? Who's the consumer of all this stuff? Who's taking on all this stuff?
It's a lesson that you don't need all this shit.
Well, yeah, you'll own nothing and be happy, right?
Did you ever actually think about that? And you look around
why do you want to buy the dishwasher when you can just lease it?
Ugh. So like lifetime.
Why buy the fridge? You're gonna die someday. You don't need a fridge forever.
That's just it. Okay, there it is. That's your glorious vision of the future. Is this sort of 1984 surveillance society, but also you simply pay a subscription to life. Everything. Remember when Mercedes made the motherfuckers pay to turn the heaters on in their car seats that they owned? That's going to be the new thing. You will pay for the privilege of everything. Everything a privilege. No rights, only privileges that you pay for. Indulgences brings us to the biblical aspect. This is the end times. It can't not be.
So what's the mark of the beast, Livingston, man?
The mark of the there's a couple of them. Some people think it's digital currency. I'm pointing at you, crypto bros.
Okay.
They said it was the microchips and the credit cards, and I'm like, no, it's a lie. See, everything to do with the opposite of God and Christ is lies, and the opposite of love, whatever you consider that to be. Cryptocurrency is a lie. Money, gold, all these are false idols. That's how we treat them. They don't mean anything. They don't do anything. We've been over this a billion times. There's earthquakes, tornadoes, terrible weather, fucking everything's turned to shit. People in high power speaking, blaspheming and lying. It's all here. It's all here if you choose to actually, if you're at least willing to look at that. I even am, and I'm not considered a particularly religious person, but I ain't going to argue with a book that's like 500 times older than I am that seems to be talking some universal shit that has passed the test of time. You wonder, is this it? And I can't be the first person to sit in his own era and say, is this it?
Oh, no. Oh, no. 2,000 years people have been saying,
but I
it?
stay up late worrying if I am the last one.
So I think it's that magic time of the evening where we open up the phone lines to you, the viewers of Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, for the question of what got you staying up late? What's weighing on your mind? What's got you staring at the ceiling? The number on the screen is the number you dial for the Hudson Valley hotline to be live on air with the Livingston Man and myself. 1-866-HV-PREP1 is the number to dial, and that's the Hudson Valley hotline. And I'm looking for, some input from the audience as far as what's got you staying up late at night, what's weighing on your mind. Let's talk about it. Everybody's in different places around the country. Everybody's all over, and it's good to get opinions from elsewhere, right? Not just your own. You can't live in your own bubble. So the hotline is open, 1-866-HV-PREP1, and you'll be live on the air.
Call me now for your free roasting, boy.
For your free reading.
Roast 'em Rasta. Everybody's
It's true.
I ain't calling that shit.
It's true.
It's real. You can call them phone.
I don't know where it goes from here.
Donald, I think in this time, in America's time of need, we need to hear from Donald, like tonight. It's been, what he called in on New Year's, right? Whenever it was.
Yeah.
Who could
I think
forget?
it might have been New Year's Eve. Yeah, I think we did the New Year's Eve show.
We're going to need a call. Somebody. Nobody?
Yeah.
No?
Dan H. says, everyone should get and read a copy of the Roaming Prepper's newest book. The plot follows life as it is now, and a fictional course it could take. Thank you, Dan H.
Some
the Roaming
random
Prepper,
dude. Dial the number on the screen.
Accomplished author. SRD, we're wondering, what's keeping you up late at night? What's worrying on your brain? What is troubling you? What's keeping you up at night? James says, I have a question. Good flashlights. I have had
Call the phone number. I'll tell you all about it.
I've had really good luck with the O-lights. I've had those O-lights for like 5 years now. That was some of the first videos that we did on the channel, was the O-light videos. And I've been kicking those things around and beating them. Same batteries in them 5 years later. They still hold a charge. They're still bright as hell.
O-lights are good. Stream lights are also excellent.
Yes.
Petzl, if you got some money.
I think if
Petzls are great for headlights.
If you can get something that uses a rechargeable battery that is also replaceable, right? Like a lot of the O-lights use like an 18650 battery that you can buy online and have everything, right? So I think rechargeable but replaceable batteries in your flashlights are super duper important.
Streamlight, I think it was a Streamlight Micro, they called it. It ran off a single AAA battery. I think it was a tiny little light, but it was still like 200 lumens.
Yeah.
And it had a half power function. It was a super cool little light. It was $20. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things, you buy 3 of them, fucking throw them in all your toolboxes and put them in the car.
And
yeah,
don't,
I'm like, fuck y'all. If y'all don't want to, yeah, I knew it.
Hello, Moto.
Oh,
They
goodness.
couldn't resist it.
Is this not going through the Bluetooth, or is it, Livingston? Can you
hear
pull up the audio interface for us?
Incoming call from your
Oh, there we
800.com
go.
account.
Fantastic. Good evening. Thank you for calling the Hudson Valley Hotline. What's your name? Where are you calling from, caller?
Hey, Mike, it's Eric. How we doing this evening?
Eric, N1RV, our faithful sponsor of Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. How are you, my friend? What's got you staying up late at night, Eric, N1RV?
You're living in a house, and you're dealing with multiple different projects, and whether it's redoing a bathroom, dealing with your farm animals and stuff, and you're noticing that you have lights that are flickering and strange things going on. You get an electrician that comes out and, starts looking at stuff, and it's like, your main panel and your sub panel with your breakers is getting burnt up, and they got to get replaced. And I know, you being what you do for a living and stuff, it may not be electrical, but what would you pay to, say, have new panels put in?
What did they diagnose as the actual problem? Do you have like outside outlets? Do you have like a chicken coop or stuff like that? You got outlets buried in the ground, places maybe they're wet.
The circuits that run down to the barn, that breaker has been shut off. What's been burnt up is like I had an issue like this morning. I shut off the wrong breakers, which was for my HVAC unit. I turned the breakers on, the first breaker on, and it was arcing hard in the panel. And there were many bars in the circuit breaker panel that were obviously arced against from before we purchased the house. And it was a certain IT brand of circuit breaker box, which is, I guess, known for having issues.
Oh.
Which kind?
IT something?
Was it like looking like some old ass like Montgomery Ward ass circuit panel?
Well, the house was finally finished being built in '74.
Yeah, you probably are, especially if you've seen arcing in the panel, and then you might.
Oh, dude, when I turned on the circuit breaker for the HVAC system this morning, and as soon as you turn it on, you hear.
If you trust that your electrician is qualified and knows what he's talking about, he's
So, cost-wise, Eric, I have a service upgrade going in one of my jobs right now. And the contractor that I hired to do it gave me what I thought was a great price at pulling 200 amps from a telephone pole to go underground to the house, and a new 200 amp panel, around $9,000. Around $9,000 for the new panel, and I think that was
underground service already coming in, and the box that's currently there is already 200 amp, but there's no actual main shutoff switch. And I was quoted at a new main panel, 200 amp.
Yeah.
A 100 amp inside sub panel.
Okay.
And installing a third panel into the garage for extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
At just under $4,000.
That's a great price, bro. A phenomenal price.
Yeah, almost.
Get another estimate.
Yeah,
and make sure that it's
shop that
so
around.
if you get another estimate,
It sounds cheap. A master electrician should be looking at. You should be looking at $85-$100.
well, he's also in
dealing
North
with-
Carolina now. So
Okay. Right. I was
Yeah,
sorry. I'm
the
quoting
guy
New
I'm
York
dealing with is actually
environment.
my brother-in-law's neighbor. He has his own electrical company. He does a lot of work out at the coast and stuff, and been doing it for many, many, many years.
Awesome.
And I think I'm getting like a friends and family deal with that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a fantastic price, man.
A lot of things that were built 40, 50 years ago, unfortunately, are now like they're at the end of their service life. And
Yeah.
you're going to find stuff like this. You probably have a Weller built home, but its infrastructure is crumbling.
Yeah, outdated. That's a great price, man. That's a steal for what you're getting. 100%, half the cost of my single sub panel. Rob B says, Mike, I know a good electrician. If you need another quote, thank you, Rob B. Appreciate it. There's a lot of people out there, but I definitely shop around and make sure that if it's a friends and family kind of price, I would just tell them, go right ahead and get started, man. Thank you.
Well, that's what I was thinking, and I just wanted your input because I know how prices are up north, and down here I know things are cheaper, but I was expecting closer to $7-8 grand, and
yeah,
I would have expected to hear.
I should just jump on.
Yeah, I would have expected to hear something like 10, especially for you're talking about a couple of panels done and all this other work. Like that's a lot of work. I would
He's basically saying he can do it in one day.
Okay, no, you can't. I would
pretty close to it.
I would check this quote against some other guys just to make sure, because that sounds unrealistic to me. I can wire a gang of outlets in a day. This guy going to replace the panel in a day? I don't know about that. Not saying he can't, but I'd be like, let me check that against some other shit.
An extra.
Yeah, I would check that against a couple other people just to be safe. All right, because with electricity,
it never hurts to get more quotes.
Yeah, electricity. Your plumber messes up, you got a puddle on the floor. The electrician messes up, you got a pile of ashes.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with Livingston Man on that. Get a couple more quotes.
I just wanted to pick your brain on that, and
well, thank you for calling, brother. Much appreciated.
Love you, brothers.
Much love to you and the family.
I'll let some other people call in.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a great night, Eric. Thank you for calling.
Good night.
Eric N1 RV, everybody. Fantastic. The phone lines are open. The question is, what's keeping you up late? What's weighing on your mind? What's bogging you down? Eric's is obviously electrical issues, right? That's a serious problem for any homestead, any kind of preparedness. There's no preparedness if you don't have a place to prepare, right, Livingston Man?
I would, in that vein, I would encourage all of my solar battery bank people to really do your research and take it very seriously. Do the best you can to get your information from reliable sources, especially the manufacturer themselves. They are the ones who are going to tell you what this equipment is capable of and what it's rated for, and you should stick to that.
Very
because,
good.
again,
I'm sorry, I keep dragging my thing across the microphone.
if you mess up your water filtration system, you have a puddle on the floor, and like this sucks. But if you mess up, like, and you plug stuff up in wrong and do it backwards, you can start fires, and it's a problem. Don't let it come to that. If you don't know, don't try. Learn, and if you know a guy,
don't think you know that you know. Dana, Let's Prep had a question earlier, and I pinned it so I would not forget it. Dana, let's get back to your question.
I can answer this.
Thick winter gloves with a bit of vinyl on the palms and fingers, but when we had the very cold temps, my hands were very cold. I want my hands warm and dry if shoveling, no sweat.
All right. So what happened here is the vinyl. The gloves couldn't breathe through the vinyl. So the rest of her hands were that armor. I bet you have like the armor sort of like palm sewn onto your gloves. So moisture will build up behind that. It can't breathe through that. Get gloves that don't have that. When it's super cold, you don't need that. Cold is dry. You don't need to be waterproof. And I've had this happen. I have a pair of Carhartt gloves with the vinyl hands, like the palms, the whole fingers and palm is vinyl, and cold, garbage. Back of the glove, awesome. Blocks wind, is great. That plastic front, it conducts the cold right through. Sucks. And because it can't breathe, you're building up a layer of moisture where you're sweating.
I am a huge proponent of mittens when it's really cold. And
you give people the finger and they can't see it. Just looks like this.
a pair of thin wool gloves, like merino wool, just a real thin, like the little knit ones almost.
Yeah, those glove liners.
Yeah. Just those in a pair of slightly oversized mittens, and man, I've never really had cold fingers. They're there's not a lot of heat coming out of one finger, but if you can keep them together, they stay a little bit warmer. Some random dude says torque your wires, and Tuck took it slightly out of context, but I like your style, Tuck. The phone lines are open. 1-866-HV-PREP-1. What's keeping you up late? What's weighing on your mind? Is it World War III? Is it the potential cyber attacks?
Honestly,
let's find out. Let's find out.
I missed the days when it was Freddy Krueger and instead
Here we go. All right, let's see.
Incoming call from your 800.com.
Good evening. Thank you for calling the Hudson Valley Hotline. What's your name? Where are you calling from, caller?
Hey, it's some random dude.
It's some random dude. Good evening, my friend. Thank you so much for calling in. What's keeping you up late, SRD?
My lad. She misses her mom. And she's very licky. You know the deal.
Oh yeah.
She likes to curl up in a ball and kick me and lick me.
I'm going to tell you right now that with no context, it's the creepiest call I ever had in my life. If I didn't know what was going on here.
Creepy is how you perceive the communication. So.
Oh yeah.
I'd say you should probably talk to somebody about that.
Well, I just want to counter that. When did I portray it as negative?
Typical.
Yeah. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Anyway, everything's fine. Hey, I wanted to mention on the gloves and the mittens thing. You're right. Mittens are much warmer for colder cold issues. But I recently got a pair of gloves. They're ski gloves, and they have a Gore-Tex liner, like a thin glove that you put on.
Yeah.
And then you put it in a thick glove. But also on the backs of these, and I didn't really realize this until recently, there's a zipper on the backs of these things. And you unzip it, and it's like, what am I going to keep in here? Like my ski, my lift, ticket, because the ones they sell nowadays are all like, they're proximity, like chip reader stuff.
Oh, okay.
And you can just hold your glove up, right? But I realized that they're for hand warmers.
Oh, yeah, to go over the veins on the back of your hand.
You expose to oxygen and they heat up, right? So I've got a bunch of these, and you can just stick them in these zipper pouches on the backs of the gloves, and it really helps.
Fantastic. So ski gloves are the ticket, it sounds like. And they're, I like what you're saying about the shell. I have a similar pair that I got from a military surplus lot that I bought of outdoor research gloves. Very similar Gore-Tex liner on the outside for the waterproofness, and like a thick wool glove that slides on the inside. They're absolutely fantastic. Great advice, SRD.
It's like an Equax jacket for your hands.
Yeah, for your gloves. Very, very cool, man. Fantastic advice. I'm sorry that the dog is keeping you up late at night.
Yeah, and if we just simply,
she's a real bitch.
What I'm gonna do is cut off the part where
Regardless.
I'm gonna cut off the whole part where you said it was like a dog, and I'm just gonna run it right from there, and I'm gonna revisit the creepy allegation.
Make some music out of it. I'm
gonna run it through that soon. All right, I
regardless,
got your permission. I'm live streaming.
I gotta go because we all gonna die.
True story. True story. Get it done before the day is over. Don't procrastinate. SRD, thank you so very much for calling in tonight. We really appreciate you calling the Hudson Valley Hotline.
Take care, guys.
Have a
too,
great
brother.
night.
Thank you. All right. I love it. So leaving it on that, he's like, I got to go. We all going to die Wednesday. So for the callers and for the chat, whichever you have the most courage to participate in. All right. We all going to die tonight. We all know it. What are you going to do?
Oh, if I know for sure at midnight tonight,
You can see the comet coming.
if I know for sure at midnight tonight, it's all over.
You can see the comet coming.
I'm going home to be with my family, and I'm staying with them, and we'll all meet our end together.
Like what?
Right.
Yeah. But somebody
If there's
call
no
in.
stopping it, and we're all gonna die. But
We're all going to die Wednesday. What are you going to do? We have 3.5 hours left.
yeah. I for me
Hypothetical
personally,
question.
it's go be with my family. There's nothing else, you know. If you're talking world-ending comet, speaking of comets, Livingston man, I was doing some roaming around the internet last night, and I found out that there is a comet that is coming into our little home here in the galaxy in the next 6 weeks. And what will happen to that comet in the next 6 weeks is it will impact our sun.
So the comet's going to hit the sun?
Correct.
Be cool. That'll be fun.
Correct.
The sun is going to eat that.
Now
It's not
that's
gonna-
according
nothing's
to
gonna happen.
that's according to a YouTuber's calculations on the thing. I don't know if he got it quite right. They call it a sun diver or a sun dipper, a sun grazer comet, where they come in and just like skim the surface of the sun. Most of them don't survive things like that.
Well, the sun is the strongest gravitational
Jay
force
Moore
in the
says
solar system.
direct impact predicted. Very interesting. And they saw this comet recently, right? Recently found.
When's it going to hit?
April 4th?
Like coming up? Like,
Yes. Yeah. Like 6 weeks.
it's going to be pretty cool. The
6 weeks.
sun's going to eat that like a boss. Like the sun is the boss. Okay.
Well, they also said that this thing is rather large because they've seen it from so far away.
Ain't as big as the sun.
No, but there could be some off solar effects from it. The sun does weird things when shit gets close to it. I've watched it when the one comet went by and it was like solar flaring the thing the hell away from it. It's like go away, go away, go away. Interesting stuff.
Not only that, the comets by definition are usually like they're thought of as big dirty snowballs.
Yeah, ice and rock and
Really.
everything.
So
right?
as this thing rockets closer and closer toward the sun, what you're going to see is an absolute unit of a corona coming off the back of it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
going to be beautiful, but there will be literally 0 to like virtually no mass of this thing is going to actually hit the sun. It's going to melt quite literally before it can actually impact. There will be no kinesis here.
Interesting.
It's going to be very awesome to look at as it melts on its way in and it blows off that awesome
Yeah.
corona. But yeah, there'll be nothing to actually hit the sun.
The old grouchy KY guy says depends on its composition, mass, multiple scenarios. 100%. I'm just learning about this thing, so apparently I got 6. So we got 6 weeks. You know what? Can you pull up a calendar, Livingston man? I need to see where this. Hang on. Let me do a little research here.
Today is February 18th.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's the 4th of April. It's supposed to hit.
This is Saturday.
Yeah, so it's probably a nothing burger because it's not a Wednesday, right?
My words, I was literally just going to say my
let's
prediction,
see,
nothing burger.
when
Not really. For
Does
astrophotographers, going to be awesome. You're going to get to watch a comet like flying in the sun. It's going to burn up spectacularly, but yeah, no kinesis there, no physical impact. Be vaporized before it gets close. It's a snowball.
Okay.
That's what mainstream astrology want. Not astrology, astronomy, dude. Astrology is that weird shit. Like, what day were you born? That shit don't matter. I was born on the day John F. Kennedy bought it. Dealey Plaza. One bright day in Dallas, Texas, homeboy rolled up. And the fact they leave out the part that's been redacted, ladies and gentlemen. JFK fired first. Yeah. I know you don't want to believe it, but
yeah, April 4th is the day.
No, November 22nd, 1963, Michael, was the day. JFK stood up at the back of that car, and he's seen Lee Harvey was simply up in the book depository checking out the President of the United States with a pair of binoculars. JFK, he smelt that. He smelt the lens glint. Fucking was like, what is that? Stood right up out the back of the limousine, was like, pow! Shit whipped past Lee Harvey's fucking ear. He said, damn, the president fired a shot. Texas castle laws being what they are, he said, I have the right to defend myself. He fucking pulled out the car cannon. He said, blah! Lay that buster down. And then they turned around and made him the villain. He was simply defending his stand. He stood his ground as a true American patriot, and it's the part that's left out. And I know you all sitting here like throwing laugh reacts in the comments and shit. Yo, JFK fired first, bro. And mind you, so did John Lennon. Shit gets left out. John pulled up on fucking Mark and was like, missed him every time. Unloaded the whole clip. Mark David Chapman was forced to respond at this heinous attack on his existence. And, you know, John Lennon was an immigrant, resisted fucking verbal commands, and you know what? He got what he deserved.
Vidra says, somehow I was not a sub. YouTube loves to do that.
Me either. I have to resub like twice a week.
I've been unsubbed from channels that I was a moderator on. Livingston, man, Devil Dog Prepper's channel. I'm a moderator on his channel. I was unsubscribed from his channel without my doing.
It refuses to let me subscribe to the Roaming Preppers channel.
Really?
Yeah, I subscribe and then like I'm just not. Just won't. I don't know what it is. Because we all know that like Pete is the most controversial character on the face of the planet.
on YouTube.
Pete's the kind of guy that'd be like, excuse my French, but what the heck?
Man, I gotta tell you, Frank Short, good to see you. I'm becoming a master plumber. I've had more plumbing calls in the past 3 weeks. Frozen pipes, broken pipes. I actually have to go look at a house that is dealing with some broken pipes as well. I don't know how extensive it is, but when the plumber told me I wouldn't walk in the door because I thought I would go through the floor, it's usually not a good sign. So
here's the thing with these, when you're confronted with these scenarios, it is always easier to tear it out or abandon it and do it again. The buy once, cry once thing. When you get into these 30, 40, 50-year-old houses, it's not that you've been scammed. It's that everything is at the end of its life cycle. And stop. Yeah. And for half of its life cycle, they've been patching and caulking and making it work, just doing the thing. Enough. And I could point that same thing right at our current governmental system. The time is now, as Trent from Vision Preparedness, who is Vision Preparedness, my partner, my brother, would say, the time is now to look at the current system, the current house that we proverbially live in, and ask how much more caulk and patch and bullshit and just make it work with stopgap measures and fucking BS until we just say, this just needs to be rebooted. We need to unplug this router and plug it back in again. And when that And if that doesn't work, you need to just say, abandon all this nonsense that is just shit and do it right again. It was done right when they did it 50 years ago. Perfectly good. That's how you do it. 50 years later, that's how you do it. And this shit sucks. We shouldn't let the legacy of decrepit, old, and in some cases dead people dictate what we are supposed to live by today with a completely different scenario, but we're supposed to live by arcane rules. You can't. And progress. Listen, I applaud the idea of an electric New York. You don't get to Star Trek without some things. So perhaps we're the forerunners of this. We're the colonists in this new world that we're pushing forward, explorers into some kind of unknown. And at the same time, there's what works. Everyone's grievances are actually understood if you allow them to be. And not simply dismiss them as leftism, rightism, liberalism, thisism, environmentalism, that. Stop calling everyone your enemy. If you're not fucking Jeffrey Epstein and his friends, we're all the same, brothers, sisters, and everyone else.
100% Livingston, man. Good golly. Independent says she felt like she was in some interpretive dance there. Yeah, but spoken word dance. The security cam caught it all, so no worries. It'll be here on replay for your viewing pleasure.
It's on my permanent record.
For all of eternity, or until YouTube takes it down. Whatever. Dana's trying to get me to sing again. Yeah, I tried that once. It did not go very well. I couldn't hear myself, though, Livingston Man, in my defense. I can't carry a note if I can't hear myself.
You don't sing, you talk.
I do. Your
singing voice is your talking voice. And unless you want to be Bob Dylan, that doesn't really work.
Jay Moore says, thanks for sharing. Hey, to each their own.
No, thank you for sharing this video. Is what really matters. If you're so bold, share this video.
Yeah, that's how things go viral. Shares is how it's done. We appreciate y'all being here this evening, hanging out with us, investing your most valuable resource with us, your time. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you guys. Stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel, man. They say Fridays are the day for things to go down, right?
Statistically, it's Monday.
Yeah, but who knows, man? Who knows? So, Paul Conroy said it the best. Or no, Conserve Friend said it the best. Miko Wolf, Tammy Harder, Independent Many United, Google Censorship, Conserve Friend, Rabid Coyote, Cha-Cha, Eric, N1RV, Dan Rose, the Virginia Bushcrafter, Paul Conroy, Teresa Buchanan, Yardbirds, James, Bug Out X, M1000, Black, Vidra, K. Paul, Independent Many United, Scott Hummer, Happy Mac, thank y'all for being here. We really appreciate you. Livingston Man, do damn thing. Oh, wait a second. Wait. Just a minute. Reminder. I'm sorry. My apologies to my friend, Rural 2IC. You get about 20 minutes for a bathroom break, and then it's Workshop Wednesday on Rural 2IC's channel. Grit and Grace just posted the link right here in the comments section. Get on over there. Great community over there on Rural 2IC's channel. A lot of the same people you see right here. Go check it out. Workshop Wednesdays. Rural 2IC, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate y'all. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Out of here.
Hey, Alexa, you know what day it is? It's We All Go Die! Why are you still here? Rural 2IC. Go.
9 o'clock.
Bye.